Hey, so we have a summon rush this weekend as expected, and of course, this will coincide with a times 10 shard event, which is of course not the best time to pull your shards. But if you're like me and you were unlucky last weekend when we were doing the times 2 ancient shards, I pulled 120 and did not get a single Lamibur. Not one Lamibur, which is of course the rare champion that we need for this Fushan event, and I did not get a single one, which means I have to pull shards during this summon rush event. And usually they put the rare champion or the first 5 fragments, if it were a fragment event, at around 1,750 points. So if you're planning to pull mystery shards, that's 1,750 mystery shards, which is of course quite a lot. You can also pull ancients, void, sacreds if you want to, if you don't have that many mystery shards. I actually do have, but of course it's very tedious to pull 1,750 just to get a rare champion. But yeah, I'll probably have to do that at some point. And still not sure. I might pull a sacred or two this weekend because the times 10 is actually not that bad. Let's get to the times 10 champions. First one is from the Knights, Revenant, and that is Miscreated Monster. Really good champion. Initially a superstar for the spider boss. Early on, during the early days of raid, everyone needed a Miscreated Monster in order to beat the spider boss in the spider dungeon. But now, because of the speedruns with all of the AoE HP burn, he has lost his spot there. But still, if your early game managed to pull one of these guys, he is a very, very good champion to have. He is HP based, so just build him up with a lot of HP. He does have quite a decent amount of HP at 22,000, almost 23,000. His signature skill, in my opinion, is his A2. AoE places a stun and places a shield on all allies for 3 turns. This is a 3-turn shield on a 3-turn cooldown, and the shield is equal to 25% of the damage inflicted. So if you put him with a lot of crit rate, crit damage, a lot of HP, because the damage is based off of HP, he will hit really hard with this skill and give you a lot of shield, which is great. So of course, this is great for the spider, also great for the Scaraboss. Yeah, so 3-turn shield on a 3-turn cooldown. That is a great skill. And this A3 places ally protection and heals this guy, just him, not the entire team, but still a very good skill right here. And a stun with a chance to place decreased defense on his A1. So yeah, really, really good. I pulled Miscreated Monster quite late in my account, so I wasn't able to maximize him. But if you're lucky and you happen to pull him early, then yeah, use him practically in most of your most of your game modes, in dungeons, in Doom Tower, in Arena. In early game Arena, he'll be very useful with the stun. Yeah, that's the first one, Miscreated Monster. Next one is a champion that has gotten a lot of use lately because of the Hydra boss, and that is Husk. He is the Force Affinity version of Royal Guard because of this skill. AoE hit, and this scales off of enemy max HP. So yeah, hits really hard and has a provoke on his A1, which can be useful for the Head of Decay. Also a decent hitting A3 right here. But yeah, really all about this A2. Enemy max HP, very useful for the Hydra boss. I am building, or I do have 3 Husk. And before the Hydra was introduced in this game, I did not have a single Husk built. He wasn't that useful, but now, I have 3 of them. All right, so that's really just how great he is. All right, next one is from the Barbarian faction, and probably the weakest of the epic champions, but still a very good champion. I use Armina in the Barbarian faction wars. She pairs well with Seal of the Drakes because of her passive. Fills this champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun. Seal has an AoE stun as well. She does place stun on her A1 and places stun on her A3. She decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 20% and 100% chance of placing stun on enemies who have their turn meters fully depleted. So of course, this is very situational, but still very good, and of course will pair well with her passive and an AoE decreased defense with a turn meter steal as well. So yeah, I use her in Barbarian Faction Wars. Really useful. She is quite squishy. She's an attack champion with very low defense, but of course, if you pair her with a Seal of the Drakes, you don't have to worry about her dying. All right. Next one, and the last one, of course, is a champion that I do not have yet. While in my champion index, Magnar it's not grayed out. This is because I got him for a fusion champion before, and I fused him, so now he's gone. So I don't have one. I have not pulled a single Magnar since, which is a shame because I really would love to build one up. He is a very hard-hitting HP nuker and an epic champion at that. Yeah, so all about this A2. Don't build him with yeah, so places an extra hit on enemies without HP burn. So he doesn't place HP burn, so don't worry about that. Just don't bring anyone else that brings HP burn to make sure that he lands this extra hit. Yeah, you don't need to worry about the stun. Just build him with a lot of HP, a lot of crit rate, a lot of crit damage, and yeah, he will hit really, really hard. And I hope if I do pull Sacred Shards this weekend, I hope that one of them is a Magnar because yeah, really missing that Magnar. All right, so let's go to the legendaries. First one is Bigen. Don't have this guy. All AoE on his A1, A2, and A3. The A1 is technically not an AoE hit, but it will be if this first attack is a critical. That first attack being just a single target, and then will hit everyone again if that is a critical. Of course, being an attack champion, you should build him with 100% crit rate. Has an AoE stun and decreased accuracy on his A2, and an AoE decreased turn meter and decreased speed on his A3. But yeah, you just build him with a lot of attack, crit damage, crit rate. You can build him with accuracy if you want these to land, but really, just make him hit hard, and that would be that would really do a lot of damage in arena. I have faced him in arena. It's very annoying because even if you lock him out, let's say you use a Warlord, you locked him out, he can still use his A1, which is still an AoE hit, so it is quite annoying. Next one from the Sacred Order, Astralon, hits really hard, has 100% stun on his A3. Yeah, also removes all buffs from targets under Veil or Perfect Veil, which is of course great in the arena for those annoying champions that have Veil or Perfect Veil, then place a weaken on them. And yeah, hits them really hard and places a stun. So just in case they were still alive, that stun will help them, will help you beat that. The A2 is a nice single target hit that ignores increased defense, strengthen, and ally protection, and a chance or will revive a random ally if this attack kills an enemy. So that is a nifty skill to have. So yeah, Astralon, really cool, really useful in a lot of areas. So this times 10 for this weekend is actually not that bad. All right, so next one is from the Lizardman, Fushan. Of course, got a lot of use recently with that new unkillable team with Fushan as the lead with this ally speed in all battles by 24%. That is a very good aura right there. The rest of his kit is okay. I do use him in Faction Wars because, he does hit hard. He has this stun on his A2 on an AoE hit, and a chance to place decreased defense on his A3. This is of weird skill though, because this is a 4 times random hitter. For the Fire Knight, this is great. But for any other content, of course, you would rather this be an AoE hit. But of course, if you're in the boss fight, let's say the Faction Wars boss fight in stage 21, this does pretty well because, of course, it's all 4 hits will just go to the boss himself. And of course, a nice A1 that can have a chance to place an extra hit. All right, so lots of really good champions here. And last one is, where's that? I think it's a Lizardman. No, Skinwalker. Yeah, Tumisha, really good for the Spider. This is the only Void champion because I think, yeah, all 4 of the epics are not Void. So this is the only Void champion for this times 10. And again, it's very difficult to get a Void legendary during a times 10 event because it's just a 0.5% chance to get any Void legendary from Void shards. But yeah, if you're planning to pull any Void shards, you're feeling a little bit of taking some risk. Yeah, this girl right here is really good for the Spider. AoE, 100% chance of placing HP burn for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, and 100% chance of placing a stun or a decreased speed depending on the turn meter of the enemy. Either one is great for the Spider, stun or decreased speed, and of course HP burn is great for them as well. And then this A3 will hit the main Spider boss really hard. Damage increases by 40% for each active HP burn in the battle, up to a total of 400% if you have 10 HP burns active. and of course a chance or 100% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%, and will decrease an additional 15% for each active HP burn in the battle. So I think when they designed this champion, they really had the spider boss in mind. Of course, when we talk about HP burn and spider, people always talk about Sashia Flametongue, which is of course great, but Tumisha does really well, and I would really love to have her. I think she's really fun to play with, but unfortunately, of course, being a Void legendary, as you can see, I don't have her along with a lot of other Skinwalker legendaries. But yes, maybe I might pull a few sacreds, just so that I don't uh, go crazy pulling 100 or 1,750 mystery shards. I might pull a sacred or two. I'll think about it. But yeah, keep tuned. I'll post a video on that this weekend. Thank you guys so much. Good luck to you if you're planning to pull shards this weekend. And of course, we're just doing this because we just need that rare champion, Lamibur, of course, for yeah, this guy. All of these are from my events and tournaments. None are from the times 2 Ancient Shard weekend, which is crazy. I know a lot of my clan mates got at least one of this guy last weekend. I got 0. Crazy. But yeah, good luck to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.